speak? No. Not yet. That's okay. I can start. Thank you all for being here tonight. There's not much that we can say at this stage. We don't want to spoil anything for you this evening, but I'll start off by saying that you can trust us. And to prove it, there are some things that we can promise you about tonight that might help put you at ease. I can promise you at some point tonight, this candle will be lit. I can promise you at some point tonight, this candle will be blown out. I can promise you at some point tonight, someone will walk through that door. I can promise you at some point tonight, these walls will turn black with soot. I can promise you at some point tonight, this ceiling will cave in. I can promise you at some point tonight, smoke will fill the air. I can promise you at the end of the night, you will leave safely, unharmed. And I can promise you that at the end of the night, one of you just might choose to stay and watch the others go. Does that sound okay? Great. I hope you find what you're looking for tonight.
You've all been invited here tonight because, in one way or another, you have all been here before. Not all of you may remember this, and so it is our job tonight to help you.
I'm sure you can at least remember being in a situation like this before. Waiting in a restaurant for someone to arrive, staring at the empty seat in front of you, thinking about the loose promise of food, which, by the way, is not one that we've made. And as you've all been in a situation like this before, you all know that once they arrive, it's always easiest to just open with a bit of small talk. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, what do you do for work?
I'm a theater maker.
And what about you? What do you do for work?
I'm an art dealer.
May I sit with you?
Yeah.
Why don't you come sit over here? Let me paint you a picture. Somewhere, far away, there is a place that exists on the edges of this world. There is a city, not too dissimilar from this one. The streets are the same, the buildings too, but this city is quiet. It is timeless. It is tranquil. Vines grow and engulf skyscrapers. Deer graze in the streets nearby, and birds nest in tall chimneys. There is a city far from here that exists on the edges of this world. Can you imagine a place like this?
Yeah.
Can you imagine a place like this? Yeah. Have you been there before? Not in real life. And what do you do for work?
I restore antique furniture.
Which would you like? Would you like to go? version of yourself you forgot long ago. What does it mean if that version of yourself is who you actually always wanted to be? Would you choose to bring them back? Should we find out? Okay, we'll start small. This is an easy one. It is a cold and cloudy day. Outside, the rain starts to pour, but you happen to stumble across this cafe. You walk in to seek refuge and you instantly fall in love. You sit at an empty table and you place your wet umbrella on the floor beside you. You smile at one of the waiters to call them over, and you think about ordering a slice of cake and a hot drink. No, not yet. No hot drink, just a slice of cake. And the waiter said,
our options for today are chocolate, carrot, or lemon drizzle. Which would you like?
Lemon drizzle.
Are you sure? It was chocolate.
Okay, never mind. Maybe a change of weather will help.
It's the beginning of a bright day, and it's already hot. Golden light bathes the city. The heat is trapped in the air. The smell of warm asphalt. Under the shadow of a parasol, you have found a little corner of darkness in which to escape. The streets are filled with people, hot to the touch as you graze past them. Everything seems to be happening in slow motion and full speed at the same time. You sit under your parasol and wait until nighttime falls. Do you remember a time that you liked somebody? You remember sitting, just the two of you. You remember mentioning a small detail that he brought up a while ago. You remember eye contact and silence. Were you sitting right out there? No. Okay, let's move to the next one. Great. Not enough detail. Okay. It is the end to an endless day. Outside, the city is humming with traffic and glowing in an amber haze. But in here, all the light and sound is muffled and everything feels the same. The two of you are tired and your thoughts come and go slowly.
don't know why I do it to myself. Yeah, I'll live it. Thank you, Mr. Adventure. I won't be able to sleep. Don't you wish you never had to sleep? Yeah. You could just stay up all night. No worrying about deadlines or timelines or weekdays. Just rolling night and day for night and day as you like. And things could just happen around you. You could just let them happen around you. I think it would be nice. Worry free. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for coming to me. I've seen you dream before.
It's not quite a dream, but it can feel like one. Dreaming can be cruel. That was not a dream. Is she the one? Have to keep going.
Sorry.
Great, okay, so now we can set up for the...
I definitely don't know you. How do you know my name?
I didn't say your name.
She did.
What does it mean to remember a version of yourself you forgot long ago?
Excuse me?
Do you remember?
No,
Do you remember the first time you came here?
that's none of your business.
We're only trying to help.
With what? Why did you invite me here?
She wanted to remind you of the first time.
Okay, look, I've never met any of you before in my life.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Okay, maybe we try something different.
What do you want?
Are you okay?
What is this, public therapy?
It's okay to feel unsatisfied with the way things have turned out.
What on earth are you talking about?
We are replaying what you have erased.
Okay, that wasn't me. You don't know me. This is my business.
Don't you miss her?
I don't know her.
Aren't you curious?
About what?
The things you have forgotten.
I haven't forgotten anything.
That's the thing about forgetting. It's forgot.
This is idiotic.
Well, we are only replaying what you have erased.
Look, I haven't forgotten anything.
When the place you loved most burned to the ground, how did you feel?
I've never been here before.
When was the last time you were here?
I live on the other side of the city.
Name a time you were here.
Are you not listening to me?
Name a time you were here.
I can't.
Let us help with that.
The seasons were changing and the nights grew colder. It was early evening and the days were getting noticeably shorter.
You were there. And you were there. You were both sitting right here, excuse myself. You were eating. People were watching you. No, not watching, just listening. People were sitting all around you, listening to your conversation. You felt claustrophobic. You felt trapped to this very intimate conversation.
But what was the conversation?
No, they weren't watching. They were just sitting nearby, listening to the conversation.
They had finished eating and the restaurant had slowly filled with people. They were surrounded and those people shook hands. It looked like they were on a business meeting and those people, they were whispering and that guy was just staring at the wall ahead of him. But these people looked like they were here to celebrate.
She took a clementine out of her bag, which was a weird thing to know. It was an orange.
It was even stranger. Breaks all kinds of unspoken rules.
And she peeled it slowly, quite aggressively.
As the waiter came to clear the table, she leaned in and said, "You knew this was coming." She leaned in closer again, and
You wanted to answer, but you could tell everyone in the restaurant was trying to listen without making it obvious. So you leant back. But what was the conversation?
"Do you want to leave?" she said.
Yes, she said.
"You're going far away."
I'll be back, she said.
"No," she said, "don't bother. There's nothing here for you, clearly." You could tell that she was shocked by the words that had just come out of her own mouth.
What does that mean? She said. You don't want me here anymore. You want me gone. You're relieved. I don't want to see you anymore. I want you gone. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what she said that night. "I don't want to see you anymore."
The two women just sat in silence for a while after that. The woman then picked up the orange, split it down the middle, and offered half of it to the woman sitting opposite her. Suddenly, it felt as though everyone had turned in their chairs to look at this orange. The women felt the gaze of the others burn into them. They wondered if they should offer a piece of it to the others.
Just like
This is ridiculous. You don't talk to other strangers in restaurants, let alone share food with them.
You don't remember this? All right. I'll try and play you. Maybe you're quite self-aware at the time. Yes, nice to meet you.
I don't look like that.
This is your memory.
But I don't remember looking like that.
Okay, let's try something else.
Okay.
Your first birthday. Ambitious. First words?
Does anyone remember their first word?
Okay, let's do something different.
Can someone just tell me what's going on?
Is this a word? Happy birthday!
No, it's not my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
I can remember the feeling, but I can't remember what actually happened. I guess I sat there, in the place I used to go, the place I found comfort in from the start, and I witnessed these women having some kind of strange conversation. They looked very serious. I could only imagine what they might have been talking about, the intensity in their body language. I think they were taken aback by their own intensity, just like the rest of the room. Yes, they noticed the rest of the room, sat in silence for a minute and giggled. What? Yes. One of them took an orange out of her bag and shared it. And to top it all off, a waiter came out of the corner and sang happy birthday to the person in the corner. And I think we all laughed to ourselves as we sang happy birthday to a stranger in that trial of unification. I thought, what a funny place this can be. And
What else? We're
well,
trying to
that's
get down
it.
a very particular path here.
And what's that? If I start speaking to strangers on the tube, I'm going to have a much more fulfilling time.
This path you chose meant letting go of people around you.
I'm in a very demanding position. I don't have time for catch up over coffees or disappointment. You know, the only way I could progress here was to let go of you. It would have been naive of me to become you. Okay, that's enough. You're not wearing any shoes. There's a flame in this room. What does it mean to meet a version of yourself you forgot long ago? How did I get here? No, not yet. I don't want to.
There's an evening that you spent here. It was a party. You had been in the city for quite some time now. You even managed to get a slightly better job. You rented out the place. It looked just like this. Right?
Surrounded by people. Once friends, now total strangers. Do I know you? Was it really here? This room had guests in it. We had the place to ourselves. We were sitting at a table. The light was warm and glowing. Every light bulb resembled a candle flame. Everyone was talking. We were drinking. You were laughing. You were wearing a lovely dress. And you were flirting with you. Yes, this was my party, my guest. There's a flame in this room. No, that came after. Empty conversations. I smile and giggle along, sink into my glass, a collective descent into the night. But still, I'm on the outside, a passerby. Like someone walking down a street and looking through a window, a golden room in the dark blue. I wonder how many people have walked past that window and felt the same. Necks twisting as they turn to witness laughter and stories for tomorrow. They glittered. Plastic. Open, laughing mouths, each gargling a drink in hand, and something shimmering, glitter-like falls from the ceiling. Golden. Help me. Music fills the room. It swims between people's legs and is soaked up by the floor and sends small, rhythmic vibrations through the plasters of the wall. It is like a smell, like particles of air. We breathe it in and out. It is liquid, it is smoke, it is gold, and these guests swirl in it. They twirl in it, they mingle, they throw it and shove it and hold it and throw it, and something heavy and black starts to linger. Heavy like velvet curtains. No one can see. The gold is more gold, warm, hot. No one can see. We are here, we are here. We are swimming in gold. They open their mouths and laugh, an ugly laugh. And the people walking by outside must have thought what a lovely time we were having, but really, I was alone. I realized none of these people were my friends. They were strangers to me. I was on the outside, a passerby. I decided to go home, but somewhere in the corner a flame remained. There is a flame in this room. It licks at the ceiling, the floor turns to liquid and falls down, down, down. The ceiling crumbles, molten puddle. The air is thick with smoke. No, I can't see you. that night. But late one evening after work, I wasn't ready to go home yet. I wandered the streets aimlessly until I stumbled across this place. This place, once filled with warmth and laughter, was stale and cold. I sat there, cold and alone, and I thought, that's it. I don't want to keep being upset, so I decided then and there to prioritize work. To work hard and to keep working, that maybe if I did that I might feel better. That if I kept going I could find satisfaction that way. I decided to let you go. I sat there, staring into my cup. Light fixtures stretching out into the night-blackened window behind me. And I breathed. For a version of myself once full of life. I sat there and I watched myself crumble, piece by piece, with every sip. The hope of what could have been. I lost you that night and I chose to forget. Now here I am in a life I did not want. That was the moment that led me here. What does it mean to meet a version of yourself you forgot long ago? You made the choice. You reacquaint yourself, or you go. How did I get here? Thank you all for coming tonight. My name's Jane. What's your name?
You.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Lizzie. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Courtney.
Nice to meet you.
Bella.
Nice to meet you.
Jack.
Hi.
Emily. Evangeline.
Mark.
Nice to meet you.
Kate.
Nice to meet you. And I'm gonna pass these down. Keep doing. A toast. I hope in this life you all find what you're looking for. Cheers.